Well, hello everybody. This is my last day fishing up at Larner's. I don't know if the camera is recording, and I didn't think it was light enough for the fish to see anything, but I've thrown a big scraggy white lure, all sorts of flashy things on it, and a fish has come up and taken it. So I don't know how much of this video we're going to actually see. But the fish is in the bag. It has a good thrash around. It'll probably toss the lure. The lure's come out, and the fish is away. There we go. I'll just give this a quick dip. And well, it's neon fritz. It's some sort of glow in the dark blinking glitter thing, bit of pink, red thread, pink. It's caught me a fish. The blank is off. Okay, well, the camera's going to stay goopy, switched back off again, and if I catch another fish I'll switch it back on. Well, I wish I'd left the camera running, because this is the very next cast. Who would have thought? The weather is already windy. It's supposed to get terrible. Rain. Oh, he's away. Okay. Is he away with my fly as well? No. Just make sure. Yeah, my fly is still there. Okay. Just put it right there again. Leave the camera running. Won't catch a fish this time. That's always the story, isn't it? It's on a sink tip line, so I'm fishing around about 2-3 feet deep. Got no real desire to get it overly deep. Let's see. Just a bog standard steady retrieve, not doing anything magical. Keep me sneaky bit line on my feet. I'm going to throw this out, then I'll switch the camera off again. Ooh, the bestest of casts. Get me line at my feet. Right, back off again. Well, I should have left the camera on, because next cast, well, this fish is going bananas. So it is. That's just hanging deep as well. This might be a better example, or it's hooked in the tail. I think it's hooked in the tail. Oh well, it must have been looking up my lure at least. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Hooked in the belly. Sorry fish. Well, you must have been up looking at it. Well, what do you think, folks? Leave the camera on, take the camera off. Let's just give this a little bit of a tidy up. You can see the scraggly UV things that are hanging off the back of it, and whenever it's pulled through the water, it must be looking quite attractive in this light because fish are going for it. Okay, so let's try it again. We'll keep the camera rolling. Guaranteed not to catch a fish. Keep the camera rolling. Let it sink down a bit. Clearly, it might be chasing it. This time, the wind is going to become a nightmare, so it is. I'm not trying to throw particularly clever. Well, camera off. Well, I just thrown out a couple of buzzers underneath me bunk. And something's going on. I'm probably making a real mess of me cast. No, maybe not. There it is, right in the side of the gob. Nice one, fish. There we go. It's out. Yeah, thanks for the shower. Just make sure we're not tangled up. Nope. And off we go again. Very strange way. Tell you what, these fish are feeding well. Miss the wind. I'll just fish that in. Okay. Well, you wouldn't think this was the same day. You just wouldn't think this was the same day. For the last 2.5 hours, it has been absolutely tipping it down. So it has. Now the front has moved through. The wind has died down, which can only be a short-term thing because we're due to have very strong winds. And the fish are coming up and sampling stuff off the surface. So I put on one of my rods, I've got a deer hair imager that I can see at distance. And there's flies coming off. A considerable sized fly just came off there right in front of me. And we could be in for a bit of entertainment. Caught me line as it was whizzing past. Stayed away in, so long as we're still hairy, I'm not particularly bothered. Yes, that's still hairy. Right, so it's kind of all tangled up. There's the breeze. Pull that back. This was the same day. You just wouldn't think this was the same day. For the last 2.5 hours it has been absolutely tipping it down. So it has. Now the front has moved through. Wind has died down, which can only be a short-term thing because we're due to have very strong winds. And the fish are coming up and sampling stuff off the surface. So I put on one of my rods, I've got a deer hair imager that I can see at distance. And there's flies coming off. A considerable sized fly just came off there right in front of me. And we could be in for a bit of entertainment. To the top lake from the bottom lake, and this just might be the first fish I have caught on an upsworm. It's coming in fairly easy now. It's giving me a fair bit of run around. It's in the bag. Upsworm. Okay, that's worked out well. There we go. Well, who'd have thought? And there it is. It's the first time I think I've caught on that scraggy little thing. point fishing it if you can't see it, Bill. Oh, fucking hell, he's just there. No, I think the fish just don't like it.
Don't want to know, do they?
They don't.
Fishing here as well. Plenty moving.
There is.
Just don't want to know.
If you could find, well, I've seen the flies that have been coming up, little black, quite big. Like, you know, a bubble emerger would do it, a CDC bubble emerger would do it. Sadly, I put mine in my eye, but yeah, there's plenty of fish knocking about, but they're not interested in lures.
No.
I can't get them to take a dry, and normally I do okay. And they're not interested in a blob, and it's starting to rain again, so I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm going as well.
I'm just.
I promised myself 2 casts and I'm going. If you out before me, leave the gate there.
Will do.